And that's how nature works. There's no mycelium lord that's deciding where the resources go. So we're mirroring nature and we're learning how to decentralize and distribute power and resources.
Welcome to Building Better Worlds. Our mission here is simple: to explore how the innovations of Web3 can deliver on its potential to build a sustainable, more equitable world. Welcome to this episode of Building Better Worlds, and today we have a special guest, Syd Harvey Griffith.
Thank
Welcome.
you, Paul.
Based out of Denver. So how is your day going?
Wow. I am transitioning post-festival mode.
Right.
I worked with some awesome artists and creatives and farmers yesterday at the Quonset Hut Hemp Cooperative. It was a festival all about celebrating and spreading awareness around hemp.
Okay.
So I supported.
And how did that go?
It was great, except for that it was 40 degrees and rainy. So it changed the vibe a bit. We were going to be all spread out across a 26-acre property, and instead we squeezed into these two Quonset huts.
Yeah, well, closer the better. So let's jump into it. You're from Boston, and you're co-founder of PermaTours. Is that right? Exactly.
Yes.
So what is PermaTours? What does it do? What's the impact in the community?
Yeah, so PermaTours is a permaculture action and sustainable construction or natural building tour of events, which was actually kickstarted by Seeds because we wrote a grant to receive Seeds cryptocurrency to fund the projects, to reward the contributors, and to provide them with a currency that they could use to buy products and services from each other. So because we got the grant, it sort of actualized or manifested this vision. And then we started traveling throughout the Northeast, and now this year, Midwest. And we're basically educating people on Web3 technology, how they can participate in seeds and create their own circular economies and tokenomics, trying to educate around the possibilities of motivating each other to regenerate and do more of the behaviors and works we want to see in the world. So.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, it's basically almost like a tour of educating people around the country, basically around the world, about this new technology and how we can use it to better our lives, right?
Totally, and it's the hands-on stuff, the actual building of structures and homes and growing food, and then we're weaving with this technology that's basically mimicking nature, the way that it's designed. It's like a decentralized network, and that's how nature works. There's no mycelium lord that's deciding where the resources go. So we're mirroring nature and we're learning how to decentralize and distribute power and resources.
So how did that come about? What was the birthing moment for this idea and this venture?
Yeah, so after college, I worked at HubSpot and I learned about inbound marketing and sales and customer relationship management. And I also, at that time, had a passion for cannabis and advocating around the plant, educating people on how it's phytoremediative and cleans up wastelands and it's medicinal, and educating people about its illegality. And that inspired me to leave HubSpot and to start an event production company where people could pair whatever they wanted to with cannabis. And I turned my home into a private space for events. And when the pandemic hit, obviously we couldn't do events anymore, especially indoors. And I was doing that mostly in Chinatown, Boston. So when the pandemic hit, we had a space with 9 artists in residence. None of us had work anymore. So I was like, how are we going to survive? Maybe I should think about growing food and like how I could build my own home. And so that paved the way for my interest in this new kind of focus area for events. And so I started hosting these outdoor, social distance friendly retreats and attracted specialists to teach these skills. And then I got introduced to Seeds, and the rest is history. So
tell us about Seeds. What is Seeds, and how can someone get in touch or find out how to use it?
Yeah, so the website is joinseeds.earth, and we also have a Notion, a collaboration tool now with a ton of resources and ways to plug in. But it is a cryptocurrency, a movement, and a community of people all trying to inspire regeneration of the planet, earth healing projects, the dreams that we have using this technology and a new economic system to inspire and reward and incentivize people to do these kinds of works. So when I learned about seeds, there was a process in place where people could make proposals for the seeds that they wanted and articulate how they would use the currency. So that's how PermaTours started. I wrote the grant, we got the seeds, and here we are 40 projects later, having onboarded hundreds of people, and now we're actually delving into the NFT space, the non-fungible token side of things.
Right.
That's the latest development.
And so I do know you've been working with Regen Garden.
Yes.
What is Regen Garden?
Yeah, so after learning about NFTs and the power and potential of them, I decided I wanted to get involved in supporting artists, creatives, nonprofits, philanthropic causes with using this tech. So myself and Tina of Lala Gardens and Dan Lawless and other individuals in the Seeds ecosystem and outside, we came together and we built a platform and an agency, and we just went live with our first NFT collection, and it's for IRL, or in real life, tangible purposes. A lot of this technology and its use case is around flipping art or speculation, holding on to something and hoping it grows in value, whereas what we're doing is trying to create real life applications using this tech to heal the earth and bring people together and drive education and impact. So yeah, that's Regen Garden.
All right. And I know you said you had an NFT project or 2 NFTs that are already out there.
Yes. So we have our first collection live. It's called the Garden Gate Collection, and it provides access to Lala Garden's educational offerings available online and in person. And the whole idea with these NFTs is you're buying a digital asset, and it's unique, and it actually evolves and changes per your participation and contributions. So now, instead of just buying a ticket to a show or donating to a cause or buying something, you're buying an asset that can grow per your direct involvement, and then you can sell it to get a return on your investment. So that's the first collection, Garden Gate, and then the secondary collection, also supporting Lala Gardens, is called the Microbe Heroes. And that collection will become live in a couple weeks' time. But that's intended to fundraise for the garden to support its transition from private to cooperatively owned. And it's also fundraising to support other aligned projects like PermaTours. So when there's other earth healing type projects that want to use Web3, they can apply to receive 40% of the revenue generated from this collection. So we put in our application, and we're intending to use NFTs as PermaTours as a way to incentivize people to not only help on site at the projects, but to follow up and to collect data to increase our understanding around how regenerative our projects really are. Like, what happens in the structures after we build them? What happens to the soil after we build a hugelkultur garden? What is the yield of the plants after we visit? So yeah, that's the microbes, and it's also intended to support with ameliorating homelessness and issues in Fort Collins. So it's very much a locally focused NFT project, but also has this global potential and global reach and impact through projects being able to apply to receive some of the funding.
So now, if you can, like you said, global impact, what kind of impact do you see if this is built out and becomes as successful as it can be? What kind of impact?
Gosh. Well, yeah, I mean, for me, what's really inspiring and empowering and exciting is the notion that people can grow their own food and build their own structures and create their own local economies so that they can build their dreams instead of being at the mercy of a current system or this kind of way of life that we've been conditioned to think is what is supposed to be. So a lot of these projects, they're kind of paving the way, or they're providing a picture and a taste of what could be. And it's really amazing to see what happens when people come together who are passionate and excited to learn. You know, many hands really make light work. And that's what's been so cool about Seeds, is I've been meeting people around the world who see the potential of this technology, who are putting their money where their mouth is, or who are dedicating their lives to making a difference. And they see Seeds, or this technology that Seeds is leveraging, as a way to increase equity, inclusion, regeneration, having more, not control, but being able to live life by design a bit more.
Right? Basically, design your life and direct the path that you want to be on, not just get stuck in a rat race or something like that.
Totally, totally. And it's challenging. The whole idea of a decentralized group of people, like we're still learning what that means.
Right?
It's challenging, the interpersonal stuff and issues of ego and corruption, but that's what the tech is supporting with, not
Right.
instead of having a
And,
hierarchical structure, the opportunity to,
anything
like
with
I
a
shared
number of
earlier,
people is going to have
decentralize power.
complexity to it. So so what's next for you? What's in the horizon?
Yeah, what's next? For me, what's front and center is Regen Civics, which is an alliance of land-based projects around the world that are working together to learn and navigate this new world of using Web3, using blockchain technology, creating their own tokenomic systems and using NFTs, and also supporting each other with natural building infrastructure and festivals that attract support. So basically, PermaTours is an alliance organization supporting with attracting people, hands-on support, educating people on seeds, and then Regen Garden is an alliance organization that can support with the NFT development or fundraising through Web3. And so I'm involved in the alliance from that angle, and then I'm also involved in the alliance through my participation in Lala Gardens, which is one of the land-based projects. So I've been there for the past couple months, learning everything I can to be able to support these other projects too. So we've been working on the fundraising material, we've been working on our calendar of events, we've been working on our online presence and discoverability and our NFT development, and it's been a powerful learning opportunity and case study and experiment to learn from, to then hopefully turn to these other projects and support them in a similar regard.
All
So,
right, great stuff.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the final question for me is, when is PermaTours going to come to Tulsa?
Oh my gosh. I'm hoping
Right?
PermaTours can be everywhere and anywhere. We're very much wanting to create an organization that empowers or supports or aids people all over the world, where they can use our templates and they can use our online presence and our framework to do their own natural building or hugoculture or permaculture projects. So it's basically becoming this network of hubs
Right.
and community centers that can support ongoing education and can host nomads who want to plug in and learn and do alternative forms of trade and exchange. So, yeah, hopefully that'll continue, and before we know it, there'll be a place wherever you are in the world where you can go through PermaTours or through Seeds and plug in and learn and grow and heal and support the ecosystem. There is the idea.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Syd. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Hopefully, the rest of your day is fun, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too, Paul. Thank you so much.